Well, I think we're live. Should be. I have no way to check right now. I guess let me know in chat if we're actually live. I'm live. Thank you, Christian. Welcome, everybody. Now that I know we're live, I'm Scruff Dog, and you're on board Mavis, and it is really windy out. So if while we're talking it gets a little weird, it's because she's like getting blown around and stuff. If this is your first time here, you will be flying with my drone and having a good time, I guess. So what's up, everybody? Welcome the early crew. Joe Russville and the Kitchen Gas Smasher is here. I saw Liz Edwards earlier. Mark Gray. There's Liz. Welcome. Jack Attack. Chipmunk. Christian Harold, as we said. There's Rifleman. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. But hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, 404, what's up? Is this stream produced entirely by the mobile drone app? No, this is, I'm broadcasting with Camera-Fi Live. That's the app that's sending it out, but I'm flying with the native DJI app. We are in the parking lot where I'm generally working at this particular Amazon. We'll fly around the general area. We've been here before. It's an industrial park. We may be able to get out to the bridge as well. Annoy the shit out of the state police because they always assume I'm a fucking terrorist. Alright, so let's click that. Click go. Will you be flying around the Amazon warehouses? Well, I mean this one right here, which you'll see in a moment. But there's all kinds of warehouses and stuff down here. So let's rock and roll. Hopefully the wind won't screw you up too much, because it is really windy out. Where are we at? 130 feet? Let's get up there a little bit. So this warehouse is about a 1/4 inch long, or 3/8 of a mile long, almost a 1/4 inch wide. A full lap around the perimeter of it is just over a mile. Like walking the inside path. Can Camera-Fi Live reduce the drone mic feed during talking bits? Nah, it's... I mean, while it's flying, you don't hear the drone, but... I kind of got my finger over the little hole where the wind might be smashing the microphone. Hopefully that'll help. This is where I am, like, usually 4 days a week. I still work at other sites here and there as needed. Well, when you hear Clive talking about me working on forklifts with hydrogen fuel cells in them. Where's my scroll bar? Yeah, that's the picture bar. What's up, Steven Seagal? Do I work for Amazon directly? I work for Eastern Lift Truck, who is contracted by Amazon to fix their shit. So that's where they store the hydrogen. Apparently it's getting filled up right now, which I'm sure they're loving if they can see the drone. Considering nowadays everyone assumes drone means bomb, which is just fucking dumb. Let me switch over to picture. Nice little picture there. Amazon generally isn't thrilled with people taking pictures, but they'll just have to deal with it. Because you can't put something out in public and not expect the public to take pictures. And I'm still doing that weird Horizon thing. One of these days, I just don't understand why actually, it's not doing too bad. That must have been compensating for the wind. Yeah, I really don't have any plans here today, just to fly around and, like, see what's up. A coworker or two may appear out of the warehouse. And I'll check chat as much as I can. Last time I saw the fort was the May 21 stream. Yeah, that's the last time I was out there. We'll try to get out there. Wait, it is windy. That's dead ahead. That's that little... right in the crosshairs right there. That's where Fort Carroll is. We can reach it from here. I don't know how explory we'll be able to do, because last time I flew there, I was on the other side of the harbor here, on the land over, across the way. But while we're here, let's see what we can see. And keep in mind, you can see better than I can because I am looking at a tiny ass screen in the sunlight with sunglasses on. It's on Google Maps. They're going to throw a fit about the picture. I can give a shit about it. I'm outside. They can't do nothing about it. And I'm commercial, so I can fly here anyway. Now over here somewhere is a dry dock. Where is that? Seeing it before. I don't know if it's still there. Dry dock being like, when they pull boats in and they just fucking drain the water out of them so they can like work on them and shit. Just took it over to Sport. We can get there sometime today. The wind's pushing back, so I won't be able to go full speed. Oh yeah, this is definitely via cellular. There's nothing out here that's Wi-Fi. I'm out in the middle of the parking lot. I'm on 5G. The picture of my stupid large TV is gorgeous. Good. There, man. And as Christian says, I have it's a FAA Part 107 commercial drone pilot license, which grants me a surprisingly large amount of rights, as I'm almost considered the same as like a small airplane pilot as far as rights, privileges, and laws and shit. Like as I'm standing here right now, if someone distracts me, it's basically, as far as the FAA is concerned, it's the same as if they wouldn't be knocking on the door of the cockpit, because I am currently in flight. Chipmunk had a brilliant idea. Let's see what that was. It'd be cool to see a woofle from the point of view of the drone. We could probably do that one day. Not here, and not while it's this windy, but I might be able to do something. Here's that dry dock. I know these things aren't easy to construct. It'd be a shame if they wasn't utilized for something. Because this land all used to be part of a steel mill that got torn down. And I guess that was where they unloaded a bunch of stuff. The drone pays attention to how much battery you have and how far away you are. So it will tell you when it's time to come home, which it's pretty much time to come home, but I'm going to get this picture real quick. Then we'll see if we can get out to Fort Carroll. Just because that's fucking... You get it? Got it. Alright. Well, let's come on home. We'll fly back on normal speed so that, what's up, Franco Walker? So I don't drain the battery anymore. And this way I'm flying with the wind, so the wind is pushing Mavis with me, so I don't have to worry about running out of battery. Because the wind's blowing directly from her to me right now. And there's a bus. Here come the bus, here come the bus. One of my co-workers just left. I don't know if the other one left, because the other one took his personal vehicle here today. If I would have been closer when he left, I would have chased his ass, but... So what camera modes, resolutions, aspects does this work in? Well, let me, it goes up to 4K. Right now it's, picture-wise, it's JPEG, or it does JPEG plus RAW. As far as formats go, I can show you that while we're flying. So you got 4K wide, 4K zoom, which basically that just, I'm not exactly sure what the zoom does besides, I feel like it's just a crop more than a zoom. 2.7, and then once you get to 1080, on some of these you can get up to the higher frame rates. I don't think 4K does, or no, it does do 60, does it? That's what, that's one of them codecs that's all fancy and shit. Back to 1080 at, we'll do it at 60. Okay, go back to here. Get the camera back up. There we go. We got battery. We got plenty of battery. So it'll record in 4K, but it doesn't transmit. Like what you're seeing here is 720, which is why I broadcast in 720 when I'm doing drone flights. You can get it to send back in 1080, but that gets a little clippy, a little glitchy, and it just uses a pinch more battery. Yeah, I thought Camera 5 put a thing up, but I guess it's just... Actually, no, it's Prism puts a watermark up. I guess Camera 5, I thought they had a watermark. I know it's at the end, too. Yeah, I'd rather get a clear, like good 720 than a ranky, a ratchet-ass 1080. Especially if I'm doing, stream. Besides that, as far as other things you can do, it's got a shitload of camera modes, like most of it based on different types of tracking, like following you around. Following boats around, or it's got the thing where, it does the circle, where it's, circling you, while you're moving as well, which is nice. It's got one super wide, I forget what it's called, super wide picture, where it'll actually take 9 pictures in a cube and stitch them together. And battery life varies anywhere, usually 15 to 20 minutes on this particular drone. It's windy out, so the playtime is going to be a little less, generally speaking. We'll see if we can get out to the bridge with the wind going. The wind's going to be a little sideways on us, so we'll see how stable things are. But watch out, headphone users, here comes the drone. And I do hand catch my drone most of the time. And that all started before I got a drone. I was looking up cool stuff and this and that and what to do and yada yada. And I found a video of, if you watch drone videos, it's the guy that's out in Colorado that always flies his Mavic in the fucking snow. But he was showing how to catch it with your hand, which I thought was cool. So I watched that video, and then I watched a couple other ones that also dealt with catching. And then the first time I went for a flight, I took off from a picnic table. Then I went to land, and I went, holy shit, what if one of the legs falls through the slots in the picnic table? So ever since the very, very first time I've flown her, I usually catch her. Like the very first flight I ever took with a drone, I caught her to land because I didn't want her breaking on the table. So take that with catching drones isn't that difficult. You just got to use your brain. Alright, let's see if we can get to the bridge here. Is everything scrolling? Looks like it. I may need my signal extender. I have a signal repeater as well. If you look in the little camera, one of the, what do they call them? Yagos, Yibbies, Yibby Yabba Dabba Doobie antenna extenders. Let's see if we can get to the bridge. We'll fly on normal. Fly over on normal because that's going to be our best for our battery. Yeah, alright. Just making sure I'm actually flying towards it. I'm 350 feet in the air, so I'm over the power line, so I can just fly right towards it. Let's see what's up with chat. So it won't let you go over 400 feet. I have it set to not go over 400 feet. By law, I cannot go over 400 feet unless I am going over a tower or like a building. So like, where are the power? I can't even see the power lines. Like if those power lines were like 500 feet in the air and I needed to like do an inspection, then I could fly, 900 feet in the air as long as I'm over top of it within 1,000-foot radius of the center of it. I think it's 1,000. It's either 1,000-foot radius or diameter, but just be real goddamn close to it. And the reason you get to do that when flying over buildings is because any airplanes are going to keep at least a 500-foot clearance to the grounds and to buildings. So they put drones at 400 feet to give that little buffer. But if need be, all I gotta do is, if it weren't for the fact that DJI sends all your logs directly to the FAA just in case something happens, yeah, I probably wouldn't bother with the limit too much. But then again, I am commercial. I'm supposed to do the right thing, yada yada. You know how that goes. But yeah, you're not supposed to go over 400 feet in typical circumstances. And yeah, the audio might be breaking up. What's up, Stephen D. Brown? DC Allen is here. I don't think I saw you earlier. It's Graham Shaw. Sorry, the audio's shitty. It's probably because of the wind. Are we moving? We're moving. All right. Let's do this. Let me just go. Oh, we got something to look at while we're flying out there. I don't need to see where I'm going because I know there's nothing in the way. See if I do it diagonally. There we go. Try to keep the road in the corner. That'll work. Still going 26 miles an hour. That's one nice thing about a drone. Whether you're going forward, sideways, backwards, diagonal, it just goes whatever speed it goes. Which right now, this is getting just a pinch of wind help, so that's why it's at 26. Took us 20% to get there, so we'll fly back at least 40%, probably 40. And yeah, this is going to be something of a thing, like I said on one of my other streams. Once September, was it 16th hits, I can't fly her legally, which means I can't fly her, because like I said, flight logs and all that shit. Unless I spend a bunch of money or DJI gets around to updating. Because apparently this is one of the oldest aircraft that they're actually updating, besides like the, thousands and thousands of dollar commercial ones that have been out. As far as the little drones, this is the oldest one they're updating, and it's not their priority right now. They're thinking December, January, which means I'll be grounded until then, because I can't justify spending $300 for a transponder when a fucking new drone is $350, $400 for like a Mavic 3 Mini. And what, just junk a perfectly good drone? I ain't all about that. There's the new power things. Apparently all the electricity from the main grid used to go under the water, but they're basically running out of current capacity, and the lines are fucking old as balls. So they've been working on that past couple years. They just got it done, I think, at the end of last year. They got all the cables across the top now. Might as well record while I'm out here. Can you fly non-commercial after September with flight limits? No. Any drone has to have a transponder after September, or whatever it is, 16th. Either has a transponder built into it or just on it. Which I don't. I mean, that's what I don't understand. Like, is everyone selling drones now with this fucking thing in it? Like indoor drones, as far as I know, won't have to have a transponder. Like the tiny drones, I don't know if that falls under the 250 gram and under. If those don't have to have transponders, but as far as I know, at the very least, any big drone does. I haven't really paid much attention to the under 250 gram drones because I don't have one. I got these two little tiny drones, but I mean, they're toy drones. Yeah, anything that's got a range of 50 feet, I don't think the FAA's worried too much about. Where are we at? 57%? Oh, RC signal loss. Let me step out over here. There we go. Yeah, and also, if I do lose signal, there's not really much to worry about. She just comes home by herself. She knows where she took off from based on GPS coordinates, and she will fly herself home. And always keep in mind, when you're flying a drone, when you turn around to come home, that's when your antennas are the farthest away, because they generally stick the antennas for drones in the back of the drone. Calm down. What is going on? Oh, it's because it's varying green. It's because it sees I'm coming home. So if you watch the battery, it went back up into the green up there in the upper rightish. 53, 52. If it's green, you're good. If it's orange, it really wants you to come home. If it's red, it's just coming home whether you want it to or not. And then once it gets too low, it you have no control. I believe it's 6% or something. And this island is basically nothing but birds now. I'm flying in tripod all the way home. Birdie, 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 birdie. So you can see there's still some buildings in there. I mean, granted, they're all completely covered in bird shit. Hence the trees and the bushes are doing so well. And yeah, the entire, you can see it right there in the center. Let me get a little closer, don't be shy. The entire perimeter of this fort, the outer walls are hollow. So it's like a passageway all the way around the outside, and that is a lighthouse that they actually used to have running for a little while, but now it doesn't. Alright, there you go. You can kind of see underneath. Some of it's sealed and some of it's open like that. Scruff Dog has a commercial flight license. Yeah, I have a Part 107. And that's the only landing that you can get there. But this is privately owned now. So you really can't do much with it. Whoa, easy, gimbal. Where are we at here? There's the bridge. That means I'm over here. Now the wind is, it's still sideways to us. Yeah, I'll fly sideways just so that we got something to look at. When we get back, we'll fly around the industrial park a little bit more. They've been doing a lot of construction and a lot of building lately because they're just putting in as many like warehouses and industry as they can back here. The one part, they're actually, it's interesting, they've raised up ground level by almost 8 feet in one spot. And it looks like they're still going, so I don't know. I kind of wonder if this is one of the sites where, if because the steel mill was here, I'm wondering if they had to have all the dirt raised, meaning dug up, sent out, run through a furnace, and brought back. Like, and the first time I heard of that, I'm like, no, you don't take an entire property full of dirt and then send it off to get put into a fire. But no, like, you do. Like, thousands of dump trucks worth of dirt goes to some special fucking furnace somewhere, burns all the contaminants and the chemicals out of it, and then you bring the dirt back. I've seen that done in West Virginia. The Procter & Gamble warehouse, whatever used to be on that property, they had to have 6,000 acres of dirt, 6 foot deep. They had to dig all up and send out to have burned, and then brought it all back and put it all back down. And then when they were putting it back down, they had to put a giant fucking drain pan, like hundreds and hundreds of acres big drain pan with one exit to control and monitor all the shit coming out of the ground as well. It was a little ridiculous. Hey, there's Rob. What's up, bud? They're doing that in Redcar, not far from me. Knocked down the steel plant and cleared it up. Yeah, that's what this was. This was all just steel plant. Where am I here? Let's see. Oh, I'm over there. Okay. Well, I guess we'll fly back via the road. There's a Volkswagen. Is that it? I think. Right there in the crosshairs, I think that might be the Volkswagen joint that's around here. I think there's a Volkswagen. I'm pretty sure it's a Volkswagen. Well, okay, I know they were parking all the broken Volkswagens down here for a while when that whole Diesel Gate, or I don't know, whatever it was, Volkswagen Gate, when they were hiding all their emissions and shit. This is one of the main export ports where they were sending them back out to get rid of them. I mean, there were cars filling up parking lots for a couple of years of just piles and piles of Volkswagen cars getting shipped back out. Oh yeah, here's this? Yeah, here's the intersection where I took the thumbnail the last time we were here. 100 feet? Let me get up to about 200 feet. .26% battery, not bad. We're only about 3/4 of a mile away. Yeah, actually, 3,000 feet. I think this is the cell tower I may actually be connected to on my cell phone as well. But there's that. Alright. Exciting shit. Oh, wait. Let's see. What is that? 5G on it? Oh, yeah, okay. So we got let's see, it's 3G, 4G, and 5G. Nice. Why? I guess the 3G antennas are up there because they don't feel like taking them down. Unless that's RTT voice. They still do 1X RTT for voice, don't they? I know they do VoIP whenever they can. Never really followed that. I don't know where my other coworker went. I guess he just peaced out. And that's fine. I've never actually seen the roof up here. Looks rough. Well, maybe that's normal. I'm not a roofing guy. It's only about, actually the roof itself is probably 4 or 5 years old. This Amazon site's only been up for 3 years and a month as far as like being open goes. Now you can see if you look at the battery upper right where it says 19, now we're getting close to that little stitch of red. Now it's 18. Once it gets to, yeah, we are in between two restricted airspace zones. But as soon as that gets to red, it does not care what you want it to do, it will come home. And once it gets really low, it will land itself, just so that it knows it doesn't, like, you know, toss itself out of the sky. And the problem is, if you're in the wrong place, it does not care where it lands. It will land in the water, it will land on your cat, it will land on your neighbor's butt. There's my work man. I'm pushing forward right now. See how it keeps going sideways? It's trying to go around me. It does have front and bottom obstacle avoidance. I mean, obviously it's got to have bottom because, like, it's got to know where it's landing. Wow, the wind is wicked. I'm going to land it on the ground. Right when I was stepping up to grab it out of the air, it just went whoop, 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 whoop. It's like, nope, too windy. At that point, if it's too windy, you don't want to catch it because, one, you may hurt yourself, and two, if the wind blows at the right time and the drone is shutting off because it thinks it just got caught, then you may drop your expensive ass drone. And this has already crashed a couple times. One of the motors is making a funny sound, but it's been making that funny sound for about a year. So it'll either stop making a funny sound or the funny sound will get worse, and then I'll have to buy a new drone when it skydives again, like the original Mavis. And yeah, in case you didn't know, this is the second Mavis. This is Mavis 2, The Revenge. The first one, if you search my channel for The Death of Mavis, you'll get to watch the first Mavis lose one of her propeller arms. Like, apparently it broke off, came into camera view, and then hit the other one, and you get to watch it crash into the sea. That was an impressively long flight. I get 5 minutes of batteries out of mine, twice the size of those on my RC helis. Yeah, but your helis, man, and if you're doing any kind of like aerial acrobatics, like those helis, like they use a lot of power back and forth. Now let's go check out this general area. Might as well record. Again. Now when you see that max power load, get out of the wind pinch. When you see that max power load reach, that means it is literally putting out as much current as it can to the motors. And at that point, like, it knows its limits, but you really shouldn't push it too hard because, you know, drones are expensive and you don't want them to fall on people's heads and stuff like that. Are we moving? We're moving, alright. Okay, we're over it. That's FedEx. Oh, you can see one of the things. Yeah, FedEx is right next door, but surprisingly they don't utilize each other for shipping. But that's how that goes. Helis are inefficient. 3D heli flight, yeah, 3D heli flights. How long do the batteries take to charge? DJI uses a very gentle and smart charging system. Most of the batteries from 10-20% take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge. I forget what amp hour they are. I could grab one. Let me see if this will keep. Oh, I'm about to lose signal. Hold on. Let me see here. These are 11.55 volts, so 3-cell lithium polymer. So they're lipos, 11.55 volts at 3,500 milliamp hours. Oh yeah, there's the, let's see, that's Home Depot, which you kind of tell from all the orange. And then the middle one there, just above the water tower, that's Floor & Decor. That's also one of our accounts. Home Depot is one of our accounts. Floor & Decor is one of our accounts. And then that far building is the brand new McCormick's Spice, which is also one of our accounts. I go in there semi-frequently for the turret trucks. It is are we far? We are far away. A turret forklift is basically you sit in what looks like an F-16 fighter pilot seat. Let me get my signal booster. Well, you sit in I'll kill the beeps when I can. Where'd my signal booster go? Do you guys see where I put my... Oh, it's in my pocket. Why would I put it somewhere that makes sense? Sorry about the beeps. I've yet to figure out how to make it stop beeping besides ripping the remote apart and removing the beeper. So we're going to have to wait until it comes back into... There we go. Tap to cancel, tap, tap. Now it's still losing the signal. I'll point it right at it. Is it still? Okay, it did stop. Alright. Just having, there we go. Yeah, the more Wi-Fi in the area, the less signal you will generally get. Am I kissing it too much? Really wish Apple's, like this fucking phone, wouldn't act like such a douche when it's trying to watch YouTube. It says I'm back. Got picture. Guess we'll see how long that lasts. can hear myself. That's fucking annoying. There we go. Motherfucker, man. So right now I'm standing on the other side of my van to hopefully block that cell phone tower, since that seems to be an asshole cell phone tower. And I guess at this point we'll just fly one more battery. Turn that volume down. There we go. Click live. Kind of watch myself. Alright, this is going to be the last pack. Assuming it succeeds and we actually fucking broadcast. Where's my drone? Alright. Alright. Last pack's in my pocket. Oh, Mark Ray. The problem, as far as 5G, 4G, the phone that's transmitting is a Samsung S21. The phone I'm watching chat on a mount underneath this phone is my Apple work phone. The Apple work phone has always had problems like working with YouTube for some reason. Well, when you get into chat, I can never get the chat to kind of like sit right. There's always an issue with it. And then when I try to go back and forth, I just have issues. It's probably just because I don't use it every day. But anything Apple generally frustrates the shit out of me anyway. Samsung used to have this thing where you could actually select your band, like 4G, 5G and all that, and I had it installed and it was running great for a while, but then it stopped working. So I guess Samsung did an update. Yeah, otherwise, that's what I used to do. I used to turn off 5G when I was streaming, because 5G is fucking garbage. Like, sorry. Unless you're, like, sitting with the tower straight up your booty, like, you're not going to get signal worth a shit. 4G LTE is generally faster than 5G. Like I said, unless you're sitting on the fucking antenna for 5G. And then you got this bullshit where they're like, oh, well, you're on 5G ultra wide. It's like, yeah, no, probably not, because they also do that fake 5G ultra wide, or 5G on the ultra wide band as well. Like, cell phone carriers will openly admit that when it says 5G, it might be slower than 4G, because 5G isn't just fucking great yet. But they still keep pushing it instead of trying to fix it. Why don't you fix it before you cram it up our booty holes? Trying to do a stream here, people. Fuck. Stupid tower. But yeah, I have that blocked, so now I am on, I guess, let's see, regular 5G. When I was on when it flipped over to ultra wide, that's when it kept dropping the signal. So I had to keep airplaning it to try and get it to stop clicking to ultra wide. That's when I figured out I need to stand on this side of the van to block the signal, because the 5G ultra wide was only flicking between 1 and 2 bars, which that ain't doing me no good. There's the water thing again. Alright, so we were trying to figure out this water thing last time. I guess we'll do that again. I'm not gonna get too far away from the van. Looks like we're actually broadcasting. Due to a building site, I'm not getting any cellular data at home anymore. That blows. So I'm not worried about losing connection to the drone. That's fine. It's when, where the fuck? surprised I'm getting this much problem with the signal. Let me take the repeater off. Maybe it's two directional. Oh, of course, as soon as I do that, it. Oh, okay, let me put that back on. Yep, calm down. Okay. I didn't know this water thing was here. Let me put it on sport, man. We can actually get there today. Like, that looks like I want to find that. Power lines usually aren't a problem for drone signal. They can be. I mean, I was putting out obviously a lot of interference, but it's usually not too bad. Yeah, I had no idea that this little channel of water even existed back here. That's interesting. I wonder where the hell that goes. I'm going to have to try and look that up on a map. See if that's an existing thing or if that's been added recently. So I'm just kind of flying all over the place. See down here, well, I guess a lot of my flights, there's generally no real objective, just cruising. Except usually you're looking at like trees and leaves and boats and shrubbery. Shrubbery! You used to be able to get home repeaters for a cell, says Mark Gray. Not sure if they still exist. You can still get them. I know you can at least get RV headphone jacks. God, I miss those. I really do. Yeah, I don't want to step around the corner of the van because then I'm afraid it's going to flip to ultra wide. So we're going to have to kind of deal with the signal. Let's go back out towards the water. At least if it's towards the water, it's, I know we'll have some goddamn signal. Yeah, let's go check out that, oh, come on, as soon as I say it, let's go check out that crane. I wonder if there's anybody working at that site. I go there, I think I've been to that site once. Crazy, are there phones out? Nope. Are there phones out there that don't have 5G in them nowadays? It's a little windy out. And that little jitter you're seeing is the drone, not the stream. I'm flying on the edge of signal, but I'm about to move here. Hopefully that'll help and not knock my signal. It must really be windy right over in that area. It's not bad right here. And way back across the water, that's Brandon, is that Brandon Power Station? Is that what that's called? One of the local power places that they haven't blown up yet. And there's a boat. And there's a crane. You know what? That'll be kind of a cool picture. The bridge in the background. Big old crane just doing crane stuff. many cars are down there? I don't see a whole lot of people to piss off. Okay. Oop. Now it's windy, so I'm going to try to be a little careful, but let's creep up a little bit. Battery's almost. Oh, easy girl. And yeah, generally speaking, you won't see, like, the signal won't drop. If Mavis gets tore up, you'll actually probably would actually, just like last time, you would most likely watch her ultimate demise, as I saw that was bouncing through chat earlier. I'm gonna actually use this to inspect my roof. I should say, use this to inspect my roof. Found out I have one bad. It's doing that weird thing. They're gonna need to adjust that. It's usually not that touchy. What am I going under? Let's. Where's the camera flip? I don't even know what the fuck that one is. There we go. Alright, there's nothing. I don't know what that one's doing. Might just be acting weird because it's having signal issues. Ugh. Slow mode. So I guess that was one of the main cranes to unload the steel mill, or unload for the steel mill. Alright, Mavis wants us to come home, which is in that direction. Really right about that direction. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We are approaching wrap-up time. Once we land, I'll do my usual BS for a couple minutes. Back's starting to hurt. And hopefully the signal will stay. I'm just going to stay behind here. I guess next time I stream, I'll make sure I'm on the other end of the parking lot, which is a lot closer to the 5G ultra-wide. If I had more battery, I'd fly out to the boat, but I do not. Figures that thing showed up just as we're using up all our battery. I don't mind following boats around. If you hear the boom, 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 they're finally getting around to lining the new road that they've been working on. Like one of the main feeds to the warehouse area, and they have had it locked down to one way for a few weeks, maybe a month. So it makes getting around in here really stupid. Meds time. Yeah, once I get home, I'm gonna have some fucking meds too. Ow, finger. So this was just a little quick filler for what would normally be the, Patreon slot. And I will be on Saturday at the desk in the office. And like I said last Saturday, if I should remember, I'll have my thermal cam up as well. So we can goof around with that and just have a groovy time. Saturday and Sunday are Clive's main push for loadout. In other words, show is done, tearing it down, putting it away until next year. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do a Sunday stream, but he said he'd try. I already sent him the link for the Saturday stream since I did that yesterday. We'll see if he has a chance to advertise it so we can get some a couple more people around, and this will be that'll actually be one of my I guess it'll be my last filler stream for a while. But you never know. Maybe something will come out of all this. Whee. Too far. Bag it up. Come on, wind. Just not landing the power lines. Actually, they're really close. Oh, woo, damn. She fucking dropped. Here we go. Boom. Phew. Alright. Where the hell can I put this thing? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I just walked around a corner. Make sure I didn't lose you. Alright. Yeah, and just a quick, while we're here, in case you're new to drones, here's the drone. And you can see on the big screen, see how it's like, that gimbal action is real. Most of what you're seeing moving is from me going sideways. Pretty good gimbal system. That's why everyone in the government's afraid of them, because they're actually like nice. Put it on the dash. Van's kind of a mess. I've been working not in it much lately because I've been at Amazon. So, alright. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you hanging out. If you want to stop by Saturday, I'll be doing the Clive filler stream. And I'll probably be doing a KSP stream next week to continue on with the cock and ball saga. And hey, next time you hear me, I'll be on better microphones as well. So, thank you everyone for, oh yeah, Jack Attack, saw the name patch. Yeah, that was part of the deal. If I'm working, that's part of the deal. I am Scruff Dog. All my customers know me as Scruff or Scruff Dog. Most of them have no idea what my actual name is, which is fine. But yeah, I will see you Saturday. The stream itself may be slightly delayed in stopping because I actually have nothing on me to hit the stop button, because YouTube Studio won't let you go into the live. It only lets you do all the dumb shit, like, regular videos. And if you bring up YouTube Studio, even in Brave browser, it doesn't give you the stop button. So I'm going to have to, once I stop the stream, just so you know, I stop the stream, I'm going to take the phone I'm using to stream, log into VNC, which is a remote desktop software, log into my media server at my house, which runs all my movies, open a browser, and then hit the stop button from there. So, you got some time to chat if you want to. Anyway, I'll see you Saturday, and have a groovy time. Thanks for stopping by. And, let's see. We'll see what happens with the awkward moment on this one. Or the not so awkward moment. So we'll do it in 5. Buy a $150 Chromebook. I just forgot to bring it. I bought a Chromebook specifically for that purpose, for streaming, and I just forgot to bring it. But yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.